In this video, we're going to uncover the 6 common pitfalls that keep many from achieving financial freedom. These aren't just about spending too much or earning too little. They're about the everyday choices and habits that, over time, can lead us down a path of financial struggle. From the illusion that small expenses don't matter to the emotional roller coaster that often drives our financial decisions, we'll dive deep into each trap. We'll unravel how neglecting simple things like budgeting, insurance, and smart debt management can have a profound impact on our financial health. But this isn't just a tale of caution. It's a roadmap to a brighter financial future. We'll equip you with straightforward, practical strategies to avoid these traps and build a stronger financial foundation. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or looking to steer back on course, this guide is your companion. So buckle up and get ready to challenge the norms, break free from the chains of financial myths, and step into a world of clarity and confidence about your money. Your path to financial freedom starts here. Chapter 1: Not Keeping Track. Have you ever wondered where your money goes each month? You're not alone. A shocking statistic reveals that about 65% of Americans don't follow a budget. That's like sailing a ship without a map. Let's start with a simple truth. Budgeting isn't about restricting yourself. It's about understanding your money. It's like a fitness tracker for your finances. Did you know that people who use budgets are 42% more likely to achieve their savings goals? That's a game changer. Here's a strategy. Start with tracking your spending. There's an old saying, what gets measured gets managed. Once you know where your money is going, you can start making changes. It's not about cutting out all the fun. It's about making smart choices. Remember, small expenses add up. A daily coffee might seem insignificant, but it can add up to over $1,000 a year. Imagine what you could do with that money if you saved it instead. Budgeting apps can be a big help. They connect to your accounts and categorize your spending for you. It's like having a personal financial advisor in your pocket. Plus, seeing your spending in real time can be a real eye-opener. Lastly, set realistic goals. Whether it's saving for a vacation, a new car, or just a rainy day, goals give your budget purpose. And when you hit those goals, celebrate. That's your hard work paying off. Chapter 2: Not Growing Your Wealth. Now let's dive into the world of investing. Did you know that if you had invested $1,000 in Amazon when it first went public, your investment would be worth over $1 million today? That's the power of investing. But here's the issue. A survey found that 55% of Americans aren't investing outside of their retirement accounts. They're missing out on major opportunities to grow their wealth. You might think investing is complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Start with understanding the basics. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds. These are just tools to build your financial future. One key strategy is diversification. It's like not putting all your eggs in one basket. A mix of different investments can reduce your risk. Also, consider starting with a low-cost index fund. These funds are like a slice of the stock market, giving you a balanced portfolio instantly. Legendary investor Warren Buffett once said, "A low-cost index fund is the most sensible equity investment for the great majority of investors." Remember, it's not about timing the market, but time in the market. The longer you invest, the more you can benefit from compound interest. Albert Einstein famously called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Lastly, don't let fear hold you back. Starting small is better than not starting at all. Even investing a small amount regularly can make a big difference over time. Chapter 3: Not Protecting Your Assets. Welcome to the crucial world of insurance, often overlooked but incredibly vital. It's startling to learn that, as per a recent survey, about 40% of Americans don't have life insurance. That's a gamble with the highest stakes, your family's future. Think of insurance as a safety net. It's not just for when things go wrong. It's a strategic plan for when life throws you curveballs. For instance, the average cost of a hospital stay can be around $10,000. Without health insurance, that's a financial nightmare waiting to happen. Here's how to start. First, assess your needs. Everyone's life is different, so your insurance should reflect that. Whether it's health, life, auto, or home insurance, understanding what you need is the first step. Shop around for policies. Don't just settle for the first option. Compare prices and coverage. There are great online tools that make this easy. Remember, the cheapest option isn't always the best. Consider the deductible. This is the amount you pay before your insurance kicks in. A higher deductible usually means a lower premium, but make sure it's an amount you can afford in an emergency. Life changes, and so should your insurance. Regularly reviewing your policies ensures they still meet your needs. Got married, had a child, bought a house. These are all times to update your coverage. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of an emergency fund. It complements your insurance. This fund can cover smaller incidents, so you don't have to file a claim for every little thing. As the saying goes, save for a rainy day because it will come. Chapter 4. Not minding the little things. Now let's talk about the small expenses that can silently drain your wallet. Ever heard the phrase, take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves? There's a lot of truth in that. It's easy to overlook small expenses, but they add up fast. Did you know that the average American spends over $2,100 a year on coffee alone? That's a significant chunk of change that could be used elsewhere. Tracking these expenses is key. Start by reviewing your bank statements. You might be surprised at what you find. Those little purchases, they're like leaks in a ship, small but potentially disastrous. Setting a spending limit for these small expenses can help. Allocate a specific amount for non-essential spending. This way you can enjoy your treats without breaking the bank. Be mindful of subscription services. They're convenient but can add up. Do you really watch all those streaming services? If not, consider canceling some. Use cash for small purchases. It's harder to part with physical money than to swipe a card. This can make you think twice before buying something you don't need. Cooking at home can save you a fortune. Eating out is expensive. Preparing meals at home is not only cheaper but often healthier too. Lastly, embrace the power of saving. Even if it's just a few dollars here and there, it adds up. In the words of Benjamin Franklin, a penny saved is a penny earned. Chapter 5. Not thinking it through. Let's dive into the world of emotional financial decisions, a tricky landscape that can derail even the best financial plans. Did you know that emotions drive as much as 80% of spending decisions? That's a huge factor in managing money. First off, understanding your emotional triggers is key. Ever bought something to feel better? That's emotional spending. It's like eating comfort food. Feels good at the moment, but might not be the best choice. Create a 24-hour rule for big purchases. If you want something costly, wait a day before buying it. Often you'll find that the urge passes. This simple pause can save you from impulse buys. Investing emotionally can be just as risky. Ever heard of the stock market crash of 1929? It was partly caused by emotional investing. People bought stocks not because they were good investments, but because everyone else was. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as the old saying goes. A mix of stocks, bonds, and other assets can help you weather market ups and downs. Seek professional advice. Financial advisors aren't just for the wealthy. They can provide a clear, unbiased perspective on your financial decisions. Remember the famous quote by Warren Buffett, "Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." It's a reminder to think independently, not just follow the crowd. Lastly, keep learning. The more you understand about finances, the less likely you'll be swayed by emotions. Knowledge really is power, especially when it comes to money. Chapter 6. Not tackling debt wisely. Debt can feel like a heavy chain around your finances, but it's not just about having debt, it's how you manage it. Did you know that paying only the minimum on credit cards can double or even triple the total amount paid due to interest? Understanding interest rates is crucial. They're not just numbers. They determine how quickly your debt grows. Higher rates mean you pay more over time. Always prioritize paying off high-interest debts first. Make more than the minimum payment. Even a little extra can significantly reduce the interest you'll pay in the long run. It's like cutting through that chain faster. Consider debt consolidation. This means taking out a new loan to pay off multiple debts. It can simplify payments and potentially lower interest rates. But be cautious. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Avoid taking on new debt while paying off old debt. It's like digging a new hole while trying to fill an old one. Focus on clearing what you owe before adding more to the pile. Create a debt repayment plan. List all your debts, their interest rates, and minimum payments. A plan gives you a clear path forward. Remember, it's not just about paying off debt. It's about staying out of it. Building an emergency fund can prevent you from falling back into debt when unexpected expenses pop up. Lastly, celebrate small victories. Paid off a credit card. That's a big deal. Celebrating progress keeps you motivated.